What is the U.S. Department of State Foreign Service, and what does it do? Since the nation's founding, the United States international outreach was largely carried out by two main groups in the government. The first group, the diplomatic service, included ambassadors and ministers living in overseas embassies to engage with foreign governments. The second group, the consular service, worked to improve international trade by assisting American tradesmen and sailors with legal matters. In the early 20th century, this system changed. The Foreign Service Act of 1924 merged the U.S. Department of State's diplomatic service and consular service, creating the modern professional U.S. Foreign Service. Today, the State Department's Foreign Service is a group of over 13,000 people recruited through a highly competitive selection process. After completing orientation and rigorous training in Washington, D.C., newly hired Foreign Service officers are typically assigned to work at one of the 270 U.S. diplomatic missions around the world. The mission of a Foreign Service officer is to promote peace, support prosperity, and protect U.S. citizens while advancing the interests of the United States abroad. There are 5 types of Foreign Service officers at the U.S. Department of State: consular, economic, management, political, and public diplomacy. Let's take a look at what kinds of work these officers do. Consular officers assist and help protect U.S. citizens abroad. If you lose your passport, find yourself in trouble with the law, or want to get married to a foreigner overseas, you'll need the help of this officer. They facilitate adoptions, help evacuate Americans when needed, combat fraud to protect our borders, and fight human trafficking. These officers also issue visas to non-U.S. citizens who wish to travel, work, study, or live in the United States. Economic officers work with foreign governments, international organizations, non-governmental organizations, and other U.S. government agencies on a variety of issues. These include topics related to technology, science, trade, energy, and the environment. Economic officers conduct extensive research, provide key advice to their leadership, and may assist with negotiations. A typical day in their job might include discussing new technologies with a local business owner or connecting American and foreign entrepreneurs. As the name might suggest, management officers are action-oriented, go-to leaders responsible for managing the State Department's operations. They oversee all embassy, consulate, and diplomatic mission operations. Operations include managing a variety of day-to-day issues, including building safety, human resources, and budget. Political officers analyze the politics in the country where they work and develop relationships with politically involved locals. Their observations keep the ambassador and leaders in Washington, D.C. up to date. Political officers must be able to negotiate and communicate persuasively and effectively with all levels of foreign government officials. Public diplomacy officers build mutual understanding and support the United States by engaging directly with the local people in foreign countries. They hold events to showcase U.S. policy, culture, and values. Public diplomacy officers also organize educational, cultural, and sports exchange programs. In addition, they communicate with people through traditional and social media. In any of these roles, the job of a State Department Foreign Service officer requires sound judgment and leadership abilities. It demands an ability to formulate and advance goals that benefit the United States and its partners, while also opening channels of communication with possible adversaries. It is important for a Foreign Service officer to keep their composure in times of great stress or peril. Serving as a U.S. State Department Foreign Service officer or diplomat requires fortitude, flexibility, a commitment to public service, and the ability to adapt to changing situations and different cultures.